So I was just going to do a quick video this morning. Today is day 79 since I have been here working. Uh, I've gotten a lot of people messaging me still wanting to get in right away. Um, People getting a hold of me about appointments that they have this week, next week. I've had appointments booked since March 16th, 17th, just about 6 days a week, right straight through into next month. And so obviously everybody that had an appointment in that time has not gotten their tattoo. And the tattoos that I had booked around now, not all of them, but some of them, I booked those. Those were going to be new pieces, big pieces, that I intended to start because I would have been done with all the pieces I was working to before your appointment. However, because I haven't gotten to any of those people, I can't take on all these pieces that I had before on top of all the new pieces. So what I'm doing, and I don't want to do this, but this is the only way I think I can do this after going through my schedule, still not knowing when I can open, um, is basically for the rest of this month, like anybody that has an appointment with me, uh, all of you guys, I'm going to want you to message me when I put the video up telling you to do so. Because if you are in my book, whether it was back in March, uh, or if it's this month, um, I want all you guys to get a hold of me so I can work on just getting you guys rescheduled first. I'm gonna take new appointments again eventually. Those of you that haven't even scheduled with me yet, but I got to get through this. I'm one person, and most of the work that I'm doing, the tattoos, they're not, you know, 5 minute, 20-minute tattoos. They're very extensive in the amount of prep work that goes into them and the amount of time actually doing the tattoo. I'm not one of those huge shops that's got 20 different guys that you can go to. This is me in here, and then I've got Bronson. Um, and I kind of like the way that we operate. When we reopen, also, I'm only going to be able to take one appointment a day, so that's going to change everything, anyways. There was a couple of days here and there that I've had scheduled where I had more than one that day because they weren't real big. Um, just the amount of stuff that I've got to do here. I already did a lot down here as far as keeping the shop clean. I mean, anybody that's been in here knows I run a tight ship. Um, but now there's things that I've decided to implement that take a lot more time. And so trying to do these things multiple times throughout the day to make sure I keep my shop safe for myself and you. Um, it's just not realistic. It would become a huge pain, and it's just going to work out better to just do one a day. Um, you know, it's wearing on me. It's wearing on a lot of other artists I've talked to. The good news, as I put in one of my posts, I had contacted Senator Ritchie. I got an email from Steve Hunt. They directed me to the Small Business Development Center, where they were lacking guidelines for tattoo shops to even start a phase. We were in phase two. The tattoo shops were in phase two, and they took us out at the last minute. And that was one of the reasons. Salons are licensed. Most shops in New York State are not. You're not required to. I know in St. Lawrence County, there's almost no regulations. It's insane. It's blown my mind the whole time I've been tattooing. How easily it is, or how easy it is for anybody to just open up a shop with no experience, no training. It's terrifying, and unfortunately, it happens a lot up here and in other places too. You'll never stop the guy that's there's always that guy tattooing at home or whatever. Um, so I ended up talking to some other artists. Took a look at what they had posted on their websites and stuff for guidelines. There's definitely some really reputable artists out there that I try to stay in contact with from here and there, and the guys down at Timeless, they've always got their shit together. I talked to the owner of Bare Knuckle, and I had my own guidelines that I had already drawn up, and they all pretty much were on the same page. So I went ahead and I submitted that to the small business development center, and it sounded like they were going to use it, or at least parts of it. So hopefully that gets us back open. Um, you know, I've had people messaging me telling me, "Well, why don't you just go ahead and open up your shop? Who cares?" I've I've thought about that several times. I never in my life thought I would go this long without making my own money. Um, but it is what it is. I've just been riding it out, because I know I'm not the only one. And the other thing is too, people are like, yeah, you know, fuck Cuomo, this and that. I get it. I've got my own opinions on those things, and you know, what I worry about is I spent 15 years of my life, my heart, my soul to open this place. There, not even this place, just into my career. To open my first shop and then this shop. Um, to risk losing it all because I broke the rules is not even up for debate with me. If I'm going to lose this place, it's going to be on my own accord. you know, um, I don't want to see all my work go down the drain. Cuomo's threatened. It bothers me. He's threatened to shut businesses down if you're caught being open when you're not supposed to be. They've got a hotline you can call anonymously and turn businesses in. And, it's not worth it. Um, it's discouraging too at the same time because of everything else that's going on right now. Nobody seems to be getting in any trouble for breaking any of the rules right now, and God forbid I open my shop up early. But it goes against everything we've ever, any reputable artist, everything we were ever taught is about not wanting to be a source of infection. Um, and this falls right in line with that. This is just like any other virus, disease, bacteria, anything like that you could come in contact with. We take a lot of measures to make sure that what we're doing is safe, because any reputable artist I know of would not sleep well knowing that they hurt somebody um, due to their own lack of, cleanliness during the procedure, during your tattoo. Uh, I know it would bother me greatly, just as if someone were to come in and tell me they were terribly upset with a tattoo I did. I'd be lying if I said in 15 years that's never happened. But every time it's happened, it really hit right here, because I try my best. I do the best that I can do. And I constantly try to push myself, which is the respectable thing to do. You don't want to just assume you know everything. So, but yeah, I don't have any idea when we're going to be reopening. There's been no word. I've heard through the grapevine from some other artists, phase 3. However, we don't know when phase 3 starts. Um, Hopefully, we don't get stuck in phase 4. I'm pretty optimistic that what they were waiting for was to get some guidelines drawn up. And unless you work in this industry, drawing up guidelines for us, there's some common sense ones that like the Department of Health could come up with. But unless you study somebody and how tattoos are done, or you have been doing them for a certain period of time, it's really hard to tell somebody how to do their job. And the things that I mentioned in my guidelines are pretty straightforward, pretty common sense, and not overly invasive. So I don't think anybody that has a problem staying clean to begin with would have a problem following these couple extra steps. Um, and I think these guidelines would actually serve well in other businesses too. They're just, most businesses already have their set of guidelines, and they're probably not going to make any more changes just because I've come up with some. So, but I'll be keeping you guys posted. Feel free to message me. I am definitely staying off of Facebook. I'm not replying to anybody right now. I was trying to. I did it for a few weeks. I was getting back to people left and right, and a lot of the same messages kept coming back in from the same people. I don't know when I'm going to be open. When I do know when I'm going to be open, it'll be posted. Everybody will know because I'm going to go fucking bananas. The other day we were all set to open, and I put a post up saying we were set to open, and then at the last minute we were taken out, and I went from here to here. It was a bad day. I lost a friend of mine too. The same day I got that news. I'm not sitting here trying to ask for anybody's pity. It was just I had to pull my head together. I had a few people message me, and I was pretty short with those people, and I didn't intend to, but I've been through a lot in the last 79 days. It's been a crazy ride. So keep posted, and I'll get some more videos up, and hopefully soon we'll have a definite answer, and I'll be seeing you guys down here. I came down today just because I missed the place. I'll talk to you soon.